Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Skyman TV, the tallest man in back Africa. One question that many people are asking is, where are Uhuru Kenyatta's friends? Where are they? Indeed, we expect them to come out and defend the son of the mountain. We expect them wajitokeze wajaribu kumtetea rafiki yao. Tunawatarajia wajitokeze na kukashifu vitendo vya kihawani vile ambavyo vilitendwa kule Northland Farm na magaidi ambao sasa wamekuja kubainika ni wanajulikana, walikuwa wamepewa ulinzi. Magaidi ambao hawana huruma, hawana heshima, hawajali mali ya mtu binafsi, hawana heshima na hata hati miliki ya ardhi. They have no respect. And I also want to pose another question to you. Do you think what was done at Mama Gina Kenyatta's farm can be repeated again in any other place? Can it be repeated because there are so many ranches in this country? Do you think that what was started in this country was class war? And I can also see what happened in Kibera, something that can lead to religious war in this country. Burning of mosque ni kitendo cha kiibilisi. Kuchoma msikiti ni jambo ambalo linafaa kupigwa kabisa. Ni jambo ambalo halifai kuruhusiwa katika nchi yote ile ambayo ina serikali. Because what should be done is that such a thing should be stopped at all cost. No effort should be spared to incite Kenyans into religious or class war. Kwa sababu hivyo ndivyo ambavyo tunaona wale ambao walipaga mikakati hii, hiyo ndio dhamira yao. Ama kweli, unless this country, unless our leaders are careful, we are going to lose this country. In this video, I want us to look also to the options that are available for Uhuru Kenyatta. What should he do? And what would you advise him to do? And if we are him, and considering that he is a former head of state, just 7 months after he handed over power to William Samoei Ruto, what is he supposed to do? What can he do? What are the options available for him? The first thing in my view, Uhuru Kenyatta should sue the state. He should sue the state for negligence, because the state has a responsibility of protecting private properties. The state has a duty kulinda wananchi, mali ya wananchi, and it failed in its cardinal duty. A government that cannot protect its people, a government that cannot protect people's properties, has no business being in leadership. I believe that he should sue the state. But the problem now is that we don't have an independent judiciary. If the judiciary was independent, if our judges were independent, if justice is our shield and defender, I can tell you, Uhuru Kenyatta would sue the state, and the state would cough billions and billions of money. The loss that was incurred is huge. The destruction of property that was incurred is huge in my view. So Uhuru Kenyatta should sue the state. But where are the lawyers? Because when Danson Omari came out for Matiang'i, we knew that this person has somebody who can defend him. But who is defending Uhuru Kenyatta? That is the question that many people are asking, because the people who are in the front line, wale ambao wanamkaga ni Wakikuyu. Wakikuyu wanajikaga kwa mafuta yao wenyewe, because when you look at this country, jambo moja ni wazi, there is a pattern that is being repeated in this country. You look at the Luo Nation in Nyanza, kuna kule kujaribu kuwafanya wapigane wao wenyewe kwa wenyewe, wazozane wao kwa wenyewe kwa wenyewe. Ukija katika the Gema Nation, the same thing is being replicated. This is a pattern that was also repeated in Kibra yesterday, wakati ambapo makundi mawili tofauti yalianza kuzozana pasi na sababu maalum. So who is behind this? Where is the state in all this? So he should start by suing the state. The second thing that he should do is to prosecute these thugs. Maybe report the thugs. The evidence is there. And I believe there are surveillance camera in that farm. I believe all what was happening is something that can be replicated. He can seek for justice. These thugs should be prosecuted one after the other. And if this is done, ukweli ni kwamba hawa majagili watasema ni nani ambaye alikuwa amewatuma. Hawa majagili watajulikana wote ni akina nani. Kwa sababu wengine ukiwatazama ni watu ambao wanajulikana. Wengine wale hasa wale ambao walikuwa wanabeba buzi na kondoo ni watu ambao wanajulikana. Wale ambao walikuwa wanakata miti ni watu wanajulikana. Wale ambao walichoma ni watu wanajulikana. The evidence is everywhere. And tuwa watu tunaona hata wakisabazwa katika mitandao. It is very clear that the evidence is there. And now the problem, the challenge here again is still our course of law. When they are supposed to arbitrate, they fail. Remember, I believe the courts can never be fair to Uhuru Kenyatta, especially when you remember that he refused to appoint the 7 Supreme Court judges. When you remember that he had revisited the judiciary and he was not happy and they did not have a good rapport with the judiciary. So there's no way that he's going to get a favorable response from the judiciary. Kuvo ni kama kutarajia fisi akiwa hakimu, buzi apate haki. It's something that you cannot happen in this country. Again, he can sue William Samoei Ruto. William Samoei Ruto aliapa kwamba atailida katiba na kutumikia Jamhuri ya Kenya, na akaomba Mungu amsaidie. But here, we did not see the police doing their work. Indeed, they took more than 24 hours to even go there to see what is happening. Now, I was wondering, when I saw them going in the morning, I was asking myself, what are they going to do now that the damage has been done? Wanaenda kufanya nini? Are they going to see or to ensure that the damage that was inflicted to Uhuru Kenyatta and the family was maximum? Because I believe all these things were supposed to cause maximum harm to the family of Uhuru Kenyatta. This is something that was planned. This is something that was planned and executed with military precision. And that is why I'm saying William Samoei Ruto should be sued, because he neglected his duty, the duty of defending the constitution, the duty of defending this nation, defending the people's properties. And those guys, those thugs, should be prosecuted with robbery, with violence. And even if they are going to be arrested, kile ambacho tunajua ni kwamba ni just cosmetic arrest with no substance, ili kuonyesha kwamba serikali inafanya kazi. But I don't think that even if these guys are going to be arrested, sioni kana kuna mambo makubwa ambayo wanaweza kuendelea hapa. Again, what he should do is that he can decide to keep quiet, like he has done. If he keeps quiet, wale ambao walifanya vile watakuwa na maswali mengi sana. And Uhuru Kenyatta is very good at using this idea of remaining calm at the midst of storm. And it is very dangerous to have somebody silent in the midst of storm because you don't know what he's planning, you don't know what he's thinking, you don't know what is in mind. But up to now, Uhuru Kenyatta has not responded. The only thing he did is to cry na kumulilia Mwenyezi Mungu kutokana na madhara ambayo yalielekezwa kwake bila hatia yote. Again, if he keeps quiet, I'm sure they are going to provoke him, because this is something that is going to disturb the government. This is something that is going to disturb those guys who did this, because all said and done, all indications shows that the government knew what was happening. Serikali ilikuwa inajua vile ambavyo mambo yalipagwa hapa. Na wale ambao walipaga, I'm sure the government knows, inajua. Where was the NIS? Why were they sleeping on the job? Who will be fired for sleeping on the job? I believe that this idea of keeping quiet is good in my view. And Uhuru Kenyatta should keep quiet and just continue talking to his maker to protect him, to protect his family, to protect their properties, and to protect this great nation. Again, Uhuru Kenyatta can decide to revenge. Yes, he can decide to revenge. Human beings are vengeful in nature. Naturally, a human being, once inflicted with pain, ukimkosea, atalipizia kisasi. Atalipizia kisasi. And how can he revenge? He can revenge in many ways. I don't know the method that he can use, but he can decide to revenge. And he can revenge directly because anajua wale watu ambao walifanya vile vitendo vya kihaini, vile vitendo vya kuua hata wanyama, kuiba wanyama, kukata miti, kuchoma vichaka bila sababu, and even erecting shanties there. Today, the workers there were very busy trying to demolish zile shanties za mabati. So he can decide to revenge. How he can revenge, it is not for me to tell, but I believe as a human being, he can revenge. The other thing that he can do, he can decide to hire private security. Private security to protect the properties. I believe in the constitution, mtu akija kuiba kwako, akija kama mwizi, you have all the reasons and all the justifications to defend your properties. You can use any mean to defend your properties. I believe if thugs come to your home to steal, even if you kill the thugs, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Because you see, you are defending yourself. You are defending your properties. If they steal your cow, unaweza kujaribu kutumia mbinu zozote zile kukabiliana nao. So you can decide to hire private securities. If I were him, I would go for highly trained guys from Israel because he has money. And I would wait for these guys to come and revenge. And they would meet their equals. Kwa sababu Uhuru Kenyatta is not like me and you. Kwa sababu mimi, kama ni mimi tu, hakuna jambo ambalo naweza kufanya, ni kugojea tu Mungu. God can only defend me. But kile ambacho tunajua ni kwamba Uhuru Kenyatta is capable of hiring private guards, highly trained guards, and pay them well. And they are going to protect him. And one thing I like about Raila Amolo Odinga, he doesn't take his security very seriously or very casually. Kwa sababu ukiangalia, I was asking myself, how safe is the former president and his family? How safe is Mama Ngina Kenyatta, the octogenarian, a lady, our grandma, whom we loved so much? In fact, the psychological pain that was inflicted to this woman, I believe Kenyans, we have lost it. Kikuyus, tunajikaga na mafuta yetu. Tunajikaga kwa mafuta yetu wenyewe. Kama nguruwe vile ambavyo hujikaga kwa mafuta yake mwenyewe. Again, Raila Amolo Odinga, they can advise Uhuru Kenyatta to join him. And what do you think will happen if Uhuru Kenyatta, now because he is being accused of funding Raila Amolo Odinga's campaign, in which case we know that Raila supporters are organic, doesn't need to mobilize anybody. Wanataka tu kusikia jina la Raila wajue hapa watajitokeza wherever he is. Kile ambacho kinaweza kufanyika hapa, if Uhuru joins Raila, I think this nation can easily calm down crumbling. If we decide to campaign, I believe, if we decide to demonstrate against William Samoei Ruto's government, I can tell you, this country will never be the same again. And may God help him not to join Raila Amolo Odinga. Because, kuna upepo kali hapa. If he decides to join Raila Amolo Odinga, we can easily lose this nation. And I believe if the government continue taking these things very casually, this is something that can bring this nation down. This is something that can bring the economy of this nation down. I've heard of people in the social media talking of plans that I cannot think of because they can have very serious repercussions. But ukiona kwa mwenzako, ukiona kichwa cha mwenzako kikinyolewa, chako tia maji. Sio maneno yangu, ni maneno ya wahega. Wakikuyu tumekosea. Wakikuyu tumekosea kabisa. Tunatumiwa kumnyanyasa mmoja wetu, who is a major employer, by the way. Uhuru Kenyatta, all said and done, has employed thousands and thousands of Kikuyus. Na ukiangalia wale watu ambao wanatutumia ni Wakikuyu wenzetu, sio kwa sababu wanatupenda sana, kwa sababu ya maslahi yao wenyewe. How would they feel if their farms are invaded? How would they feel? Because power is transient. How would they feel? What will happen to them when they leave power? I don't know what you think. But if you ask me, I would feel uncomfortable. Naweza kuona aibu nikimtazama Mwenyezi Mungu. Kwa mara ya kwanza, naweza kuaibika nikimtazama Mwenyezi Mungu. Pole sana familia ya Uhuru Kenyatta, popote mlipo. Naombea Mungu alinde mali yenu. Mzidi kuiombea nchi hii. Na wale ambao waliiba ile mali yenu, Mungu asaidie waweze kulipa. Malipo ni hapa duniani. Walipe wakiwa hapa duniani. Wasilale kama makaburini bila kulipa na kurejesha chote ambacho waliiba. Mie wenu Gachie Skyman. Like this video kindly, and please may you have a blessed afternoon. Bye bye.